Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on December 4th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. We're first taking a live look out at Grants Pass from the Tap Rock Northwest Grill. We first want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at our Thursday. And Sarah, I'm excited that you said the rain is coming, but are we expected to get a lot this morning?
Oh, this morning I'd say no, and even throughout our day today, although it is back in our forecast, which lots of us are excited for, and it is more really needed, it's not going to be amounting to much today, and we can expect to see a little bit more into our Friday. But I'll let you know what you can expect ahead. So this morning, we are seeing more clouds increasing in, some valley fog in some areas. We'll see isolated to spotty light showers possible today, and winds will be a bit breezier into our higher terrain. But looking out at Klamath Falls this morning, notice mostly cloudy sky conditions, and temperatures are still on the cool side. 23 degrees only in Klamath Falls this morning, 20 into Lakeview, 24 to Montague, 29 in Medford. So rather than saying cool, I should say rather cold this morning, with the exception of the coast where it is pretty mild, 46 into Brookings. I did mention we are dealing with some fog this morning, like the past few, mainly into the Grants Pass area. Could see some patchy areas elsewhere into the Rogue Valley, but those are the spots we're seeing concerns this morning. We are having clouds push to the region, very light returns. I don't even think those are hitting the ground at this moment, more so from those clouds. But as we do switch over into late morning into the afternoon through our evening, we'll see shower chances pick up a little bit. But most of the region today, although we have slight chances across the board, I do think we're more so going to be on the dry side, not going to be, you're more than likely to stay dry than seeing a shower with this system. But today, high temperatures, 49 for Medford, Grants Pass 48, 59 for Brookings, Klamath Falls will be at 46 today, 52 for Wairika. Now, although today's totals are going to be on the lighter side, tomorrow is when we'll see activity pick up, especially if you're long and west of the Cascades. So coming up in our next forecast, I'll go into a little bit more on timing and, of course, talk what you can expect for all of those holiday events we're expecting over your weekend.
Starting with developing news this morning, the Roseburg veneer plant and weed is no longer operating after nearly 40 years, leaving about 140 team members without jobs. Roseburg Forest Products says the closure comes as they are consolidating veneer production and upgrading its organ mills, where they have newer and more efficient equipment. The company has already ceased operations at its Dillard facility in Douglas County when they made the decision to exit the hard plywood industry. They are now focusing on veneer and soft plywood. The company says the closure is essential to remain a strong producer in the industry. Roseburg's president and CEO Stuart Gray said the company recognizes the impact of the decision on the weed community, saying we are actively evaluating options for the facility that would allow it to continue serving as an economic driver and employer in the region. Team members will receive compensation and health care for the next 60 days. Roseburg says they remain committed to the weed community, including a $7 million contribution to establish a community foundation, supporting their Weed Community Scholarship Fund, and providing Weed Fire with a rent-free firehouse on plant property. Now, Weed Union Elementary Schools District has released a statement offering student and family support services for those impacted by the closure. A closer look at those details can be found on our website. And Ashland Community Hospital will soon become a satellite campus of Rogue Regional Medical Center in Medford to keep healthcare access as the hospital faces financial challenges. Asante says by spring of 2026, the hospital will move obstetrics and inpatient care to Rogue Regional, but will keep emergency and outpatient services at the Maple Street location. Asante says Ashland Community Hospital has seen an increase in demand for emergency services and outpatient care, but can't maintain full services. A closer look at what this means for patients and hospital employees can be found on our website. And Ashland City Council faced fierce pushback after community members learned the city sprayed the active ingredient in Roundup along a busy median, and residents say the decision lacked transparency and could put children and pollinators at risk. The tension stems from spraying done between Clay and Walker Avenues, part of the annual parade route. Critics say the city provided little notice and failed to explain why a chemical with ongoing safety concerns was used when non-toxic alternatives exist.
Is a breach of public trust. The city quietly rolled out this glyphosate, however you say it, a carcinogenic poison into our community, spraying Roundup along medians between Clay and Walker and potentially further into the parade route. This is where children walk, bike, and sit during public events. You did this with no meaningful notice.
The group urged council to ban the chemical from landscaping practices and return to organic methods used in the past. The city says information about herbicide use, including public notices, is posted online under its frequently asked questions, and residents can review the municipal code directly. And earlier this week, we told you about the city of Medford discussing a redesign for Main Street in downtown. City Council is considering 4 options for Main Street: keep the current layout, restore the previous design, add a standard right side bike lane, or convert it to a 2-way road with bike lanes on both sides. After an open house and community survey, restoring the previous design received the most support. The options and surveys results will go to the council for a vote on January 21st, and more details are available on our website. And moving into an update, the Siskiyou County Government Center is back open to the public after a temporary closure. Now most departments are running normally again, and walk-ins are welcome. County leaders thank the community for their patience and remind you that you can always find department contacts at siskiyoucounty.gov. And moving into our Health Watch, mental health responders in Southern Oregon say the launch of 988, the Suicide and Crisis Hotline, is getting people help faster and with more compassion. Let's bring in Newswatch 12's Danny Stepanovich, who sat down with program leaders that say 988 is changing what a mental health response looks like here at home. Danny?
Thanks, Carlos. Officials tell us that the ease of access is making a real difference. No one's going to remember a 1-800 number, especially someone in a crisis, but 988 is as simple as dialing 911, and that's getting people to reach out sooner. When a mental health emergency happens, every second counts.
We're one of the very few that are teamed with EMS, paramedic, EMT team, mobile integrated health, teamed with the mobile crisis team.
Jackson County and Mercy flights are teamed together and have professionals trained to respond to both mental health and medical emergencies.
It's been a great partnership by being able to partner with mental health and physical health.
We're able to do mental health and medical.
Calls to 988 connect people immediately to trained counselors who can dispatch the mobile team if a situation requires it.
That's a free, easy to access support so that people know that they don't have to suffer in silence.
Teams work closely with family members and law enforcement to provide compassionate, trauma-informed care.
And with that, we've been able to divert from transportation to jail or even the hospital. We're able to de-escalate, create a safety plan for those that are calling for help, and our community members and their families get to keep them home.
A call to 988 can be more than just a phone call. It can be the start of real, localized help.
The goal is to reduce the number of unneeded law enforcement calls so that if we can be the responder for somebody that's having a mental health crisis, that is more trauma-informed, it's healthier for the person to not have to have this, elevated response.
If you or someone you care about is struggling, 988 is free, confidential, and available 24/7. We have more information and links to local crisis resources at kdrv.com. In studio, Danny Stepanovich.
Thank you, Danny. The Medford School District is starting its search for a new superintendent, and leaders are asking for the community's help in the process. An online survey will open this Monday for parents, staff, students, and community members to share what they want in a superintendent. The search firm McPherson and Jacobson will also host public forums on December 9th and 10th to gather feedback in person. The board plans to review applications in January. And students from Chiloquin helped cut the ribbon on their brand new gymnasium. And this video that you're about to see was just hours before their first games of the season. Students and staff and community members packed the new 11,000 square foot gym, circling the floor with a 6-inch wide blue ribbon. 10 students cut the ribbon to mark the grand opening, and Principal Ruben Pascal called the new space a symbol of pride, progress, and possibility. Tribal representatives also led a traditional cleansing to honor the land ahead of the event. The new gym features a full court, concessions, and seatings for hundreds, all funded through federal relief. And as Klamath Falls prepares for the annual Snowflake Festival later tonight, the city is announcing road closures for tonight's Snowflake Parade. Parade participants will stage along Spring Street with the parade route beginning at Main Street intersection. The parade will then proceed along Main Street to North 2nd Street and disband on Timber Mill Drive. Now these closures will be in place from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. with the parade beginning at 7 p.m. Now Newswatch 12 will be there along with Storm Runner and our very own Sarah Kress and Samantha Cadero will be there, so be sure to look out for them. And we've officially kicked off our annual holiday toy drive to make sure every kid gets some holiday cheer. You can now drop off new unwrapped toys at any Red Barrels at our partnering Grange Co-op locations across the Rogue Valley and in Klamath Falls. And right now, you're looking at the generous donations we received last year. We take all the toys you donate and distribute them to kids in the areas they were donated to. And you can drop off your toys at your nearest Grange Co-op today.